Hi, we're back on this beautiful autumn afternoon with my two dear friends, Joe and Tia. We're still talking about relationships, and now we're talking about tools for healthy relationships. And one tool that I thought about is when you meet someone, to pray to the Holy Spirit and ask, what is the meaning of this relationship? That's one tool. That's good. That I thought about. Because sometimes we think that sometimes people have come into our lives just to be our friends. We're trying to make it something more. Yes. And it doesn't work. So I think that's a really good tool. Something specific to do when I'm saying about tools. What about you, Tia? You were talking earlier about staying connected. And
yeah, I think another tool is to stay connected, of course, with Holy Spirit. Like you said, ask Holy Spirit. And stay connected if you have made a commitment to stay connected with the person that you are in relationship with. That means communication. That means trying to
listen.
Exactly.
Learning to listen to each other.
See the essence of that person when they can't see the essence of themselves. You know. That's how you connect. What is it that the other person may be wanting? A lot of times we always look at what we want, but once you feel the joy and happiness within yourself, you can then step out and say, okay, what is it that you really want?
And I think that's really love, when you're thinking about what somebody else desires too.
Yes.
And so another good tool, you know, when you found this loved one or you're in a relationship, is a tool we call flooding. You just flood that person with every positive thing that you feel about them.
Well, because if thinking about law of attraction, whatever you talk about more, you're going to get more of it. So whatever you're seeing that's good in the other person, just focus on the good. Focus on those things. Keep your mind fixed on them.
And be careful of your words.
Right.
Even with raising children, you know, when we, our kids might be acting up, we want to continue to say positive things about them. And for me, I know one thing came to me was, I would always say, somebody might say, well, how's your daughter, how's your son? And I always say, God is doing a mighty work in them.
That's good.
So that I wouldn't begin ready to tell the story.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
We like to tell the story, but the story changes all the time.
Exactly.
And we need to tell the story about how we really want to see it. That's the story we need to be talking about.
And that's beholding the Christ in them. That's seeing the best in the other person. My son Joshua I had twins, and one would come home very neat, exactly how I sent him to school. And the other one would come home as if he had been in World War III. And I started saying, instead of focusing on the fact that his shoes weren't tied and everything else, everything, because he wore a uniform, had a tie, and it just looked totally disheveled. So I would say, you know, every day you just come back every day looking just wonderful. I mean, everything's tucked in, and I just kept saying it over and over again. Well, eventually
he became that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's something we forget a lot, I'm sure, especially in the heat of the moment. We have to really push to get that consciousness in that area, because I think the way society teaches us, even in a lot of media, you go for the negative, or you go for what you're feeling. You might be feeling angry.
You're reacting.
Yeah, reacting. Yeah, you have a feeling of anger and disappointment, upset, whatever, and you just want to say things, and you don't really mean it. You just reacting.
That's good.
And I think that, you know, once we become, as individuals, have our prayer life, have our meditation life, have our connection with Source, staying connected to Source, I think that we become less reactionary
It's true.
Yeah.
because we become more mindful
Yeah.
and we live mindfully. So we become observant of ourselves.
Yeah, we're more.
And we were able to make a decision that I don't feel like, because there are many days I say that to myself, I don't even feel like going there.
Right.
I see that hook, I see, and I know where that's going to lead, and guess what? I don't even feel it. So
Exactly.
I'm going to let you have that.
Yes.
I'm going to let you, that you got that one, because I don't feel like that.
Exactly. Exactly. I think a lot of times, especially in relationships, you may feel not appreciated, not honored.
And since it's all a mirror, when that happens, then my question to myself is, am I appreciating me?
Exactly.
Am I appreciating myself? Because we got to fill our own cup,
Yes. Yes.
and the cup will be full. And then whoever else we're with, we don't have that on them to do anything. We just have on like what we're doing right now, enjoying each other's company.
Exactly. That's good.
And
That's
beholding the good, the Christ, and each other.
good. Yeah. And that feels better. And it's light.
It's like,
You're not putting extra burden. Nobody has to be my knight in shining armor.
because I'm not broke.
Exactly.
I don't need to be fixed.
Right.
And I don't need to be rescued.
Exactly.
Because I once was lost.
Right.
But now I'm found.
Exactly. So another tool. What's another tool, Rev, that we could use?
Oh, another tool is having a vision for the relationship. You know, why did we come together? What's our mission? Not just being, not just, and it's a good if it's just being somebody's mom and dad, but sometimes you have a greater mission together, you know, as
I
a
think
couple.
that's good. A lot of times we'll think of our own selves, our own vision. And I think now I'm looking at how does my purpose, my vision intertwine with this other person?
Yeah.
Will I build him up or will it tear him down? Will I be in the way?
And vice versa.
Right. Will I be in the way of where he's going, where God is directing him, you know? And that's when I can say, I can be honest with myself and feel good when we need to keep the relationship as a friendship.
And what does supporting you look like?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you say, I will support you, but what does that look like? What is the expectation? Because then what they had in mind may not be what you had in mind as far as support.
It could be a yacht.
A yacht.
It could be.
Or, wait a minute. It could be a bike.
It could be a bike. But what does it look like? That's
so
important.
we've given some tools today, and also another tool I have down is forgiveness, and our camera person said forgiveness of yourself.
Yes. Yes.
So we must constantly be gentle with ourselves, because we got that critic in us.
Yes.
It's always, we're hard on ourselves.
Yes. Forgiving ourselves tenderly, and then forgiving others tenderly. You know.
And basically, it's really forgiving us, because they just showed up to show us where we need to grow up,
Exactly.
change, or so it's really all about really forgiving ourselves.
Yes.
You ever know? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You ever notice, like you said, we attract somebody in our life. You ever notice what you bring to somebody else's life that they attracted from you?
Yeah.
You ever look at it from their point of view?
It's both.
And say, oh, I see what you need from me.
Right.
Yeah. It works both ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, when it's a great fit, it's a beautiful thing to be able to look from that other person's point of view, and then that way you know that your delivery is natural. You know, I naturally love you. You know what I mean? I naturally love you. I naturally give of myself to you. I naturally help create a happy atmosphere. Because that's just how we.
Because the love is
roll.
dictating that.
Exactly.
The love, when you love somebody, you want that. You want to, and you think of them, and you think of what's going to make them smile.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If it's important to you.
If it's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a priority.
Yes. Yes. I guess that's how you know if that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
If they become a priority.
Right.
Because I know if I'm not on your priority list.
That's right.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Well, do we feel complete?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We feel complete.
I guess there's a lot of more tools that I know,
Oh, of
Rev,
course.
you can
Yeah.
cover, but I think we can digest on this.
Yeah, I think we've given enough for this setting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So, we're giving you tools, and we want you to have a great day and happy autumn equinox.